Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Heartful of Hallmark. We are so excited to kick off Christmas in July with Amy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah.
And today we're going to talk about 3 films, but since it's Christmas, this or that has changed. So now we're going to give Amy the simple but tough task of picking up what Christmas movies would she rather watch, this or that.
Okay.
And we were kind of debating because some people haven't seen them all. But
I hope I've seen them then. I watched a lot of Christmas movies, so I hope I've seen them. Yeah.
We were going over. I'm like, should I put this in there? That's a bit more of like a niche one. So we'll see.
Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, I can hear my baby crying. If there's ever crying, she'll be gone soon. She's going out right away.
You're fine. No problem at all. All right. So we're going to start out with 2 little indie movies that nobody has ever heard of.
Okay.
Home Alone or Elf?
Yeah. Haven't seen either. Just kidding.
No.
That is an extremely difficult one to pair because those are both 2 of my favorite Christmas movies. So I don't really know how to answer that because it's a different mood. I watch both every Christmas.
Yeah.
But I would say, maybe Elf, which is crazy that I'm saying that. But I think maybe Elf. I'm getting sweaty palms, but I made the wrong choice. But
that's how I feel too. Like, it's so hard to pick between them because I'm biased towards both, and I love how Elf is so upbeat, but then Home Alone, I don't know.
It's everything. It's just perfect. If you'd put either of those next to a different movie, it would have been that or that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Let's keep with the comedy. Christmas Vacation or How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
I'm a Grinch girl. Yeah. Yeah, and I love a Jim Carrey. I love a Jim Carrey. The classic is also good, like it's not animated, but is it?
The hand-drawn? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's animated, right?
Yeah. I love the little dog in the Grinch that has the little what's his name again? I did watch that this year. I forgot.
Max.
Yeah.
This one hits a little bit close home to me because these are 2 of my favorites. Scrooged or A Christmas Story?
Oh, I like the Scrooged.
I do too.
I love Bill Murray so much. And the ghosts that pop in are just very weird and spooky. And yeah, I gotta go Scrooged.
This one I paired up because it kind of fits with the lead star.
Okay.
Tim Allen, Christmas with the Cranks or the Santa Claus?
See, now the Santa Claus, he does the fun body transformation. That's the one, right? Where he turns into Santa.
Yep.
That always kind of spooked me out as a kid. It was kind of like, what's happening here? I think Christmas with the Cranks, because I just rewatched it this past Christmas, and it's fun. I like the neighbor disputes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Christmas with the Cranks.
Every single year, someone wants to get in a fight with me over if it's a family movie or not. I'm like, the Santa Claus is a family movie. And then they make perfectly good points. He kills Santa. And I'm like,
wrong.
But Santa knew he was going to die. It was in his coat.
I mean, is he a murderer? Now we're getting into the philosophy, aren't we?
Exactly. The deep, dark questions of Heartful Hallmark.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't ready to get into that today, but let's go.
All right. Let's get a little bit Hallmark related with some romance.
Okay.
The Holiday or Love Actually?
Okay. I Live and Die by Nancy Myers, so this is so easy. It's The Holiday for me every day. I can't. I watch it at least twice a year. That's my Christmas in July. I can't get enough. And all the Nancy Myers. I just watched It's Complicated again.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love, oh my God, what's it called? Something's Gotta No. What's
Yeah,
the one with Diane Keaton in the beach house?
Oh, I know which one you mean. I know exactly which one you mean.
With
And
Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Some things that gotta give.
Something's
Gotta give.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna talk about some Nancy Meyers. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. Gee, you two are both down for that one.
I can talk all day about it. I love Father of the Bride. Like that's like one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could do that all day long.
The Parent Trap. Come on.
Totally.
Trap, yes.
Yeah.
The last one for this or that. 2 all-time classics. 2 completely different genres. It's a Wonderful Life or White Christmas.
You know, I haven't seen White Christmas.
Okay.
I haven't either, which I was talking to him about that. I was like, how have I not seen that?
I'm wondering the same thing myself. So I guess I'll have to go with the other one because I've seen that one. But yeah, you're giving me good inspiration for this Christmas, what I need to watch.
We are full of them. We talked for 30 minutes on the phone just this morning purely about Christmas movies.
Well, then you are the right person to be doing this podcast.
All right. So let's go into the movies.
Okay.
We're talking about 3, and we're going to go with a little town that's close to Kirsten. We're going to go into Miracle in Bethlehem, PA.
Do you actually live near there?
I do. It's like 30 minutes from me. So I go there all the time. And when I tell you at Christmas time, it is like one of the most beautiful places. They call it Christmas City, USA.
What?
Yes. Everything is decorated, like the whole main street. There's carriage rides. They have Chris Kindle Mart with different Christmas like vendors. Like it's absolutely stunning.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, that is not where we shot this film. As I'm sure you were aware.
Yeah, we just had Ben Ayers on.
Oh, great. He's awesome.
And he said that someone got mad at them for not filming it there because it didn't look like the city. And I'm like, I'm sorry they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually films aren't filmed where they're shot.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it happens, but it's pretty rare, I would say. Well, I don't know. But.
All right. So how this is going to go is we have a list of questions per each film.
Okay. And
so that we don't go over each other, her and I are going to take turns and our names will pop up right beside that. And the question will stay up the whole time until the answer is done.
What was it like having Ben Ayers play your brother in this film, since you were like the big sister protector role?
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I had actually worked with Ben Ayers before. He and I did you guys know that? He and I did Frankie Drake, a Canadian TV show years previous, and I played his magician's assistant. And so we had done like a couple of days of work years previous. So I already knew him going in, and I was like, oh yay, it's Ben, because he's really funny and sweet and like clever, and he's just, I mean, you guys know him, he's great. So I feel like we already had that kind of friendship rapport, so it was really easy to slide into a big brother sister role. Yeah, super easy.
And I also love the friendship that developed with your character and Laura's character. Did you have a favorite scene or moment with Laura?
Oh, Laura is the best. She's just the most down to earth, calming, beautiful woman. Laura and I, this is not a memory from the movie. I can talk about a favorite scene as well, but my favorite memory with Laura is that we went and got facials. And I had never had a facial before.
Yeah.
She's just so classy. She's had, and so she was like, come get a facial. What are you doing? You've never had a facial? And I was like, okay. So we went out to the spa and got facials together during the film. Not while we were filming, but like on a weekend. And so it was just really fun getting to know her and becoming her friend over the course of the shoot. So that's my favorite memory, getting a facial. But maybe let's see, what scene? There's There was, I think, the scene maybe where we're all at the Christmas and we're all at the table, the whole family's gathered, and we have like the kind of huge meal spread, which was just such an incredible, like the props were just so gorgeous and everyone looked so nice and put together. And I just remember like looking across the table at her and Ben, who were having their own little private moment. It was just like a really, I don't know, it was just a very warm moment. It wasn't even really a scene with me and her, but it felt very like family.
Mm-hmm. And I felt that through the whole like film, like the whole like meaning of it, like really just was deep rooted in family.
Yeah, and I think like it was just a good chemistry between everyone. There was just a real kind of like peace and understanding, and I don't think all movies have that. It depends on who's working on it, the vibe, but that one had a real kind of like levelness to it that was really beautiful, I thought. Mm-hmm. And Laura's a big part of that because she anchored it as the lead, and she has that kind of, so I think she's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
In films, 2 directors have told us that there's a nightmare within a nightmare on sets. So clearly, as an actress, I don't know how you feel, but other filmmakers feel like it's animals and babies are nightmares. So my question is, with the limited amount of time that you have with them on set, were you nervous with these babies this young? And we know you use twins, but was there any nerves about getting this shot? Were they going to cry during this take or anything?
Oh yeah. I just had a baby, but before that had never touched a baby before.
Yeah.
Like ever. Like didn't babysit. I'm not like a,
Mm-hmm.
So, I was very nervous. I actually didn't have to touch the baby. I didn't have any scenes touching the baby. I had a fake baby in my, I had like a fake belly, but I never had to touch the baby, and I would have been so nervous because it was a real newborn, and they're just so like, they feel so breakable.
Yeah.
But Laura did have to touch the baby, the real baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she was nervous or not. She held it together, but I wouldn't have wanted to. And I don't know if I had any scenes with the dog. But he was a cute dog. He was a very cute dog. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. I did see him on set, but like I don't know if I had any scenes with him. Mm-hmm. Although I remember the baby, because we used like a fake baby for any shot that you're not literally looking at their little face. Mm-hmm. And so the baby was just like upstairs trying to sleep, but there's all these, 50 people on set. They would also be back at the trailer, but like when we're about to do the take, the baby's resting quietly somewhere. So it's like, it's all very, everyone's like, shh, the baby's coming. So it's a funny thing to have a baby in a very adult environment.
And this one kind of leads into mine. So since becoming a mom, do you feel more connected to your character?
I do. I totally do. I remember I was wearing that belly, and the costume person was like, we were trying on the different bellies, and I was like, these are massive. Like, this is ridiculous. It feels so stupid. And they gave me one, I think, that was actually like smaller than the amount of months because they have like different months for the different people to wear. And I just remember talking to crew and being like, this is so silly. And any of the crew that had kids were like, oh, it gets even bigger than that. Like, oh yeah. And so, yeah, now that I've done it, I can say that, yes, it's very uncomfortable to have a belly that big. Very uncomfortable. There was one scene that Laura was about to leave in the taxi, and I have to like run up the driveway, and Jeff, the director, was like, okay, I want you to really waddle and like go really fast. And so we had to keep doing it. And I was like trying to do like a little like pregnancy waddle, but yeah, I can definitely relate to her now for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad that part's over.
Yeah. So we sort of touched on this a little bit, but besides the table scene, did you have a favorite scene to shoot?
Miracle in Bethlehem. You know, the end with the I was gonna say menagerie, the what's it
I
called?
know what you mean. Yeah.
Manger.
Yeah, manger.
Manger.
The only word that I'm looking for. And the end scene again where the whole family is gathered and we're in the manger. It's kind of the Christmas, and Ben does his little song as he's walking up. I just thought that was so sweet. Like, it's such a tender moment. I was like very proud of him as his fake sister. It was just it was really beautiful. Oh, also, actually, I think one of our first days shooting, we were in this big church. It was really beautiful acoustics. And Ben and Laura were playing a little piano and like singing, and it was just the cutest thing in this. It was like when we weren't filming, but yeah. So maybe those are my two favorite memories.
And the final question for this movie. We asked Ben this.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Bethlehem, PA since?
No, I have not been. Should I go?
I think you should. You should definitely go to the holidays.
It sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I have not been. I don't think I've been to Pennsylvania. That's what PA stands for, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, Pennsylvania.
No, you're good.
And now we're going to go into my personal favorite, the Santa Summit.
Oh, yeah.
The Santa Summit, when this was announced, I didn't know her yet. I didn't know her, and immediately as we started talking, the Santa Summit came up, and we're like, okay, this is going to work.
Yeah.
So, the Santa Summit. Where are the questions for that? There we go.
What was your favorite thing about working with Hunter King and Stephanie, since you guys are like such a good best friend group, and are you still close with them?
Oh, yeah. Like, honestly, I knew Steph already because we're both from Winnipeg, and so we'd worked together. I actually went to university with her, not the same year, but like we were like kind of ships in the night. So we already had a friendship. And then Hunter is just like, I don't know if you've had the chance to meet her, but she's just the most delightful, warm. She's a delight. She's just so great. So immediately we were like, oh yeah, this is going to be really easy and really fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're absolutely still close. We haven't seen each other all together as a three because Hunter's in LA and like we're always all over the place. But I remember when the movie was wrapping, we were like, okay, so we're gonna visit each other, right? Like we're gonna visit. We haven't done it yet, but honestly, you're reminding me I should start a group chat again and get it going. We do have a group chat called the Santas, and all of our faces are like really bad photos of us from like pictures we took of each other, like really close up, like. So yeah, no, those women are just top tier. Yeah.
We haven't met Hunter yet. She's impossible to get a hold of.
Yeah.
We've tried. We have connections of people who know her, people they know who know her. So we're getting there. If her person gets back to me, I'll be like,
Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, she's so sweet. I'm sure she's very busy, but she's just like beyond lovely. So you'll talk to her eventually.
Yeah. And how was it getting to act in the Santa suits and outfits? Like, was there wardrobe fittings? Like, how did that all work?
Oh, yeah. I was so excited when I went to my wardrobe fitting because I didn't know what they had planned. Yeah. And then they put me in a red jumpsuit with a gigantic hooded cape. And I was like, this is what I'm wearing? I get to wear this? It was so exciting. And the cape was custom made for me. It was just like the most epic wardrobe piece that you've ever had. I mean, I felt like a rock star. It was the best.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I thought you had the best outfit out of all of them. It was just awesome to watch on screen.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun to play with. Like I had some serious, and like different scenes. We had the hood up and down, but it was the look for Ava was, I mean, I felt it was a dream. And with the hair department as well, we were like, what do we want to do? Like, what'll look good with the hood? But also, just you have to keep replicating it day after day. And so we ended up going with like the 3 cornrows, which was a little bit of a Lord of the Rings inspired essence. So the overall look was just like, it was so fun. And the belt. I just remembered the belt. I had a big belt.
Did you get to take anything? Did you get to take the cape? You took that cape, didn't you?
I have the belt, which I have worn for a Halloween, but the cape is like quite an expensive cape. So I did ask. I was like, how much would that cape be to take home? And they were like, and I don't remember how much, but I was like, it's not worth it because I'm not going to wear it, Yeah. And like probably it'll get reused in another film. Like the costume department can kind of, but I don't know. Maybe I should have taken it.
There's always the next time.
Yeah.
The next time. Maybe they're saving it for me for my next.
Mm-hmm.
They have it like in a closet.
Yeah. Actually, Jeff did just text me. He's working on something and he took a picture of the cape and was like, he wanted me to put this in the movie, but I said, no, it's just for you. I was like, okay.
He's alluding to something.
Well, I mean, maybe with Santa Summit 2, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. So, a Christmas movie can shoot in extreme temperatures, hot or cold. When was this shot, and were there any weather issues, whether it being too hot, raining when you're supposed to be shooting? Was there any issues with weather?
Oh man, there's always weather. This one was actually shot in March. So in Winnipeg, that's where it was filmed. It is actually pretty wintry still. So we had our first shoot day was the sledding day where we were going tobogganing. Yeah. And so we did it first because there was actually snow still on the ground and it can melt at any minute. So we quickly did the winter scene first. And it was this is not a weather fiasco, but it was a weather like gift. It was the most beautiful day. It was like sunny and crispy. And it was our first day and the whole gang was there that day, like every cast member. So we all got to go sledding and like laugh. And it was just like the perfect way to intro into the film. So that was a weather gift. But there was one other day, it fluctuated throughout the whole film because it's spring. So there was like a day it was like 20 degrees and we were all insanely hot. And then there was another day it was like minus 40. And we were just, yeah. So, I mean, it was a roller coaster of temperatures. It always is. And I was wearing the coat under the cape is like a wool coat that is vintage. So you couldn't really wash it. Mm-hmm. So it was...
Yeah.
So yeah,
Did you have a favorite activity that you completed during the Santa Summit? And if you could plan your own Santa Summit with friends, what would be a must-have activity?
There were a lot of activities in that movie, honestly. I'm trying to remember them all. The sledding was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. But no, I think it was the silent disco.
Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah, it's a really good scene. I know Russell Hainline, who wrote it, was like really, really happy with the way that turned out. I think it was kind of how he had envisioned it.
Yeah.
But I've never been to a silent disco in real life. And so I think that would be not only my favorite of the activities in the movie, but it's also the one I would want to do with my friends.
Yeah, I think that'd be so much fun.
It'd be so much fun.
You sort of answered this one, but...
Yeah, you kind of did, because I was going to
say... funny! Yeah, it's such a good scene.
Yeah. So how was it, like, how does that all work? Like, with, like, the music, like, did they play the music? Do they not? Like, I wasn't sure, like, how that is on set.
Yeah. Well, for audio, they never actually play the music when we're doing dialogue, because it would muffle the words. So typically when you're doing dialogue, if there's people, like, dancing behind you, they're all doing, like, silent dancing, and it's just the sound of their feet shuffling. So it's kind of weird, honestly. It's just a quiet room with shuffling feet.
Yeah.
But often they will do a take where they play the music so people can kind of get the vibe. and feel the actual beat. But when we're talking, it is quiet.
Yeah.
It is very quiet. And how it is confessing my love. I mean, that scene was so well written.
It was.
And the turnaround and then the people parting, it is one of those cinematic moments that it's so much fun to act in, because I mean, it's just a gift for an actor to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. It was so magical, just watching it happen.
It was. And I also like that speaking of costumes, Adam had his Santa coat off. He was, I think, just wearing suspenders. We were both kind of not naked, but we were undressed from some of our costume pieces. And it felt a little bit more vulnerable or something. So I thought it was just a very sweet moment.
Yeah. And even also having at the silent disco, the little cameo with Niall being the DJ, I was that was epic, having that thrown in there.
Was he DJ Gingerbread or something like that?
DJ Gingerbread.
Yeah. DJ Gingerbread in the house. Yeah.
We need a spinoff.
We need a spinoff. We do.
Definitely need
DJ Gingerbread.
Yeah.
All right.
Ava and Ben should get married, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Which sort of leads into my question.
Okay.
We talked about Santa Summit 2. How would you pitch a sequel?
Oh my gosh. Well, Russell Hainline and I have actually become friends since the film. And so, I mean, I would just ask him to do it. Because he's so good at that stuff. But how would I pitch it? I mean, let me think for a second. It would be me and Ben, Ava and Ben getting married. And let's put it in Hawaii, okay? Because I want to go to Hawaii. So we're all going on a wedding trip to Hawaii for Ava and Ben's wedding. Obviously, Hunter and Steph are my bridesmaids. Maybe Steph and Rodrigo have a musical performance at our wedding, but there's some kind of snafu. And then Hunter and Ben madly in love, and he's trying to propose to her, but things keep going wrong. Something like that.
I love that. I think
and then at the end it all works out, obviously. Maybe on a boat at sunset.
And DJ Gingerbread gets ordained, and he's the priest who gets you married.
And DJ Gingerbread is the priest who gets us married. That's right. Yeah.
That would be epic.
Yeah, it would. Is Hallmark on this call? We should pitch it.
I know. We should.
You can just send them this tape.
No. All right. So this leads us into our final movie, but we got a lot more to talk about.
Okay.
And this was one we just alluded to a little bit before we got on this call. Was the date before Christmas?
Yes.
So my first question that isn't really on here. How would you pitch a sequel to this? Because I believe there's plenty of things we could delve into with a sequel with you and Robert and this family. What would you do in a sequel?
It's funny. I'm trying to remember because Rob, during the filming of this movie, kept pitching the sequel to one of the producers, and he's really good at coming up with ideas right on the fly. Yeah. And I wish I could remember what it was because it's way better than anything I'm going to say. I don't remember. But let's see, what would it be? Well, obviously same idea. He wants to propose to me. And it's Christmas. It's about to be Christmas. And Jesse's obsessed with the Christmas festivities. Let's see. I don't know. Something about that. I need to workshop it, guys. But maybe he's got my brother involved in it. There's some kind of family involvement. Yeah.
Maybe family activities that lead you to the last activity being the proposal.
That's so good. Yeah, like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, scavenger hunt. Christmas scavenger hunt.
A Christmas scavenger hunt. And then at the end, again, it's going to have to be the family involvement doesn't happen. It's just Rob and I somewhere private, totally not how he planned, but in a more meaningful way. And that would be the conclusion. That's my pitch.
And that's how Kirsten and I are going to write our first script.
There you go. I look forward to it.
All right.
So I know we talked about this before we started recording, but I would love for the audience to hear about how excited you were when you found out that you were kicking off Countdown to Christmas.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I mean, it's such a huge honor. I think I said this before, but it speaks volumes about the film and how Hallmark thought it would be received. And it just meant the world to me. And it made me feel a little less nervous about it airing, because it is my first time leading a film, and you really want the audience to love it and for it to resonate. And so I felt I was over the moon. I had to put my Halloween decorations away though. Because it was like, what, mid-October?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But also just like the way that the Hallmark community and fans rally for Countdown to Christmas, like the energy around it was so exciting. It felt really cool to be in the middle of that, you know?
Yeah, I know both of us could not wait to see it, and we absolutely loved the movie. It was so good.
Yeah. To be put up first was a huge honor. I was like,
That leads into my next question. How did you react to getting your first lead in a Hallmark movie?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a lot of Hallmark movies. I've been in this world for quite some time, and I had been getting comments and reactions from my co-stars and from, producers and directors. And I knew that I was like, and from the Hallmark community at large, I knew that people enjoyed my work and wanted me to had to lead my own film. But, you never know how these things go. There's a lot of other factors at play. So I knew I was ready and that I wanted it, but you just don't know if it's going to happen. And so to have them call me and offer me this movie was just like, yes, what a huge win, a huge responsibility, but also a huge win. And I don't take those things lightly. So I was ready. I was ready to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was just over the moon. And then when I met Rob, I was like, okay. This is going to be really good. Yeah.
And this leads into mine. So what was it like being on set with Robert?
Well, again, I don't know if you've met Rob, but he is an extremely ridiculous man. He's so funny and weird. And we're like a lot alike somehow. From the minute that we met, we were like we're both obsessed. We kept like twinning about things.
Yeah.
We now I'm forgetting, but we're both obsessed with the Food Network. We were watching Tournament of Champions, between takes, Guy Fieri, Bobby Flay. We were like obsessed with the food in Hamilton, Ontario. We kept like texting each other about like what we were going to order for dinner. Yeah, no, we were best friends. Absolutely. I still text Rob all the time. I actually just texted him before the call because there's a new season of Tournament of Champions.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. No, Rob and we're like friends for life. Yeah. We have a shared bond now. Yeah.
And you could totally feel that in the movie. Like your bond was just amazing together.
I do feel like, and people on set too, like our other family members and stuff are like, you guys have like a serious vibe. And we were just like inseparable. We were just like laughing hysterically. And it was really, really fun to have such like a kindred spirit on set like that. Yeah.
And this film was inspired by a true story. Did you get to meet the people that the story was based on or like learn about their story?
I did not meet them, but I know that the producer had been workshopping this idea with the writer for about a year or two. So I did meet the writer and have a chance to talk to her, but no, not the real woman.
Okay.
No. Pretty cool that it's a real story though. That's a bit rare, I think. Yeah.
I didn't see that like before in any of the movies. And I was like, oh, it says inspired by a true story. I was like, that's kind of neat. That's different.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
And how was it playing the snowball dodgeball? And did you have a favorite activity from the Christmas activity wheel?
I mean, it was the snowball dodgeball. Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. Speaking of weather snafus, that day was very cold and windy. And it was like the rest of the weather had just been delightful and warm. And that day it was just, although actually, it was good that it was cold and windy. I'm now having a memory. Yes, because there was no snow anywhere and we really needed snow for like the distance, because you can do snow on the ground close up, but when you're kind of doing a wide shot, you can tell that there's no snow. And it snowed the night before we were filming that scene.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we woke up and there was snow and we were like, it was such a gift.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very, very fun to film. Very fun. Although at the end, I remember the two stunt people were trying to like throw snowballs so that they would hit each other, and they couldn't get the balls to hit.
Oh no.
I don't know if they ever succeeded or not, but it's funny.
They're still doing it to this day on that.
They're
set.
probably still doing it.
And in this movie, you had a favorite Christmas ornament that meant a lot to you. Do you have like a Christmas ornament that means a lot to you that you put on your tree?
I totally do. I'm like a real Christmas nut in my own personal life. It's not just Hallmark. And I'm also born on December 21st.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm a Christmas baby.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of ornaments from my babyhood, where it's like baby's first Christmas, and there's one that's a little sleigh. It's like a porcelain sleigh that says baby's first Christmas. It's a little baby in its sleigh, and that's one of my most cherished. All wrapped in tissue paper, put away safely.
Yes, I'm the same way with mine too.
That's right. Yeah.
This one is a general question. Did you take anything from set? If not, what would you have wanted to take?
I mean, we always take some wardrobe if there's something we like that we're like, oh, that looks good on me. We often take it, but I'm like, from set. Well, what I would have wanted to take was those giant nutcrackers. If you guys watch, there's some really whack nutcrackers. They're like life-size nutcrackers.
Those are terrifying my dog.
Yeah.
They're kind of scary, to be honest. They're pretty big.
All right. This leads into our fun questions. We have a few of these, and then we will wrap up.
Okay.
So this is the last one about a movie, and then it's more fun stuff. So I love 'Tis the Season to Be Merry, and I'm so excited because I'm going to be meeting Travis Van Winkle and Rachel Lee Cook at Christmas Con.
Yay!
So what was it like getting to work with both of them?
I feel like a broken record because I'm like, they're so great. But really everyone in the Hallmark world is so great. Travis and I have worked together twice. You guys knew that. Okay. He was my brother in this movie, 'Tis the Season to Be Merry. And now I'm
it was another Christmas one. It was like Christmas.
It was with Amanda Shull.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was called something.
Christmas Wish.
I'm blanking for a moment, but anyhow, I had already worked with him, and so when I saw his name, I remember pulling up and him being like, "Amy, you're gonna be my sister," and I was like, "Yeah, Travis." So it was really fun. He's hysterical. I love him. I love him so much. And Rachel Lee Cook is the most down to earth, funny, weird. She's the best. We also still text, and she's like a dear friend. She's been doing this so long. You'd think she's the most natural, real, cool. I love her. I love her so much. Yeah, enjoy meeting them. You're gonna like it. They're so great. Yeah.
Everyone that we meet every single time, we're like, all of you guys are just the nicest people on planet Earth.
I mean, it's just true that I haven't worked with anyone who wasn't delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky. Feeling very lucky.
And what is your official Christmas movie watching snack?
I'm chips.
Yeah.
I'm chips all the way. I love salt and vinegar.
Oh, me too.
Recently been getting back into sour cream and onion.
Oh, you're preaching.
Really good.
I had like a 5-year break, and now I'm like, oh, sour cream and onion's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good, you know? Yeah.
And if you could swap places with any Christmas movie character for a day, who would it be and what would you do?
Oh, I have to think about that for a second.
I know there's so many options.
There's so many. I'm immediately going to Nancy Myers. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I would be Kate Winslet,
Yes.
so that I could go into the mansion in the holiday and swim in the pool.
Uh-huh.
And drive around her expensive car. And yeah, I would go to Cameron Diaz's mansion in the holiday. And I would hang out with Jack Black.
Yes. What could get better than that?
And go watch movies with Jack Black.
Uh-huh.
That's a dream for anybody. Come on.
I mean, come on.
Jack Black is a national treasure.
Oh, and we would eat Christmas fettuccine.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
What's the most Hallmark thing that you do in real life during the holidays?
I mean, like I said, I really am. I'm a trope. I have 3 Christmas trees. This was me before I ever touched a Hallmark script. So I'm just that way. I like all my stuff just so I have the little characters I put on my mantle, I have like fuzzy like owl guys with googly eyes. I don't know. I'm such a dork. I'm such a dork. I do it all.
That's how I am too.
We're the exact same way. I shouldn't tell this story. I said this on my channel, and there was one year I was 9 years old. My neighbor and I were best friends, and every single afternoon I'd go over to their place, and his mom would be like, okay, so what did you want to do? Did you want to play a game? Every single day of of summer break.
Yeah.
We watched Home Alone 2 every single day and laughed our heads off like we'd never seen it before. And still to this day, we bring that up and everyone went, you watched that movie, 60-something times? I'm like, yeah, what about it?
Yeah. Lost in New York.
Yeah.
I was lost.
Lady's scary though.
She is a little.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, I don't know.
I was terrified of what's the line? Watch it, kid.
Don't do it.
And when I went, I saw a guy who looked just like him, and I'm like, I'm not going near him.
No, avoid.
There we go.
Well, can you name a Christmas song that gets stuck in your head every year, whether you love it or not?
Okay, I can't name it, but it played in a Dollarama or dollar store once, and it is this offensive Christmas song. It is called like something steamroller, Mannheim Steamroller. It's I wish I could say. If I find it, I'm going to email it to you, Noah.
Okay.
It is like a million trumpets and trombones and horns all playing. It's this crazy, like the loudest Christmas song you've ever heard. And it plays every year on like store announcement systems. Anyway, it's so annoying. And I don't know what it's called, but every year I'm like, there it is again. Mannheim Steamroller. It's something like that. Anyway.
I'll send you one that I had to do in high school for choir.
Yeah.
It's called Grandma's Killer Fruitcake.
No.
And it's from the same guy who did Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. So
oh no.
Okay.
It still haunts me to this day. and people at work still come in and said, "How do you have fruitcake lady?" I'm just shush, quiet. We don't talk about that.
Oh boy.
What's your favorite Christmas present you ever got?
Ooh, that's fun. Also hard for me because my birthday's so close to Christmas. I kind of forget which one was for which, but whatever. The Easy Bake Oven that I got when I was a kid, I was so excited about. It probably still is like yeah. I mean, I was what, 8? I don't know, but it was very exciting. I also got a dog for my Barbie, and the dog had animatronic legs and could walk.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask Kirsten, what was your favorite gift you ever got?
Ooh.
I don't know. What's the favorite gift that I got? Well, I was pretty excited when I got tickets to Christmas Con, because that was like when I really like got into like doing all this, and then it opened the doors to creating like the podcast and everything. So that was definitely a very special gift because I was able to connect with the stars and learn more about Hallmark. So I might have to go with that.
Yeah, awesome.
Mine was probably
I was like, Noah.
Mine was my Nintendo Wii.
Oh, yes. I love the Wii.
I got that when I was 8, and my birthday is exactly 2 weeks before Christmas on December 11th.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the same struggle. I'm like, do I get it for my birthday? Am I going to get it for Christmas? I got it 2 years after it came out, and I'm still a whiz at Mario Kart. I will beat anybody.
There you go.
I will challenge anybody in the Hallmark space. Make it a tournament. Come on.
I bet you're good.
I did place first place many times, so I'm proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Christmas movie you're most excited to show your baby?
It's not, I mean, she won't even know about like any of that for a while, but when, like, honestly, maybe Home Alone, because it's just such a classic kid movie, and it'd be a lesson, because I'll be like, never leave yourself in the house while we leave. That's not how you do English, but don't get lost, okay?
And don't go to New York without me.
And don't go to New York without me either. Exactly.
All right, we have a couple more. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Of course,
and it's a fun one because it's a bit different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I had a couple more, and they're just there they are. There they are. What's the first thing you go for at the crafting table?
Coffee.
Coffee.
We've got that a lot.
Yeah, coffee usually because it's long days. And also they have these little like granola balls that are really good that I like. I like to take those. And if they ever have like goldfish crackers, I like that. I like that a lot.
What's your funniest fan interaction?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. All the podcasts are super fun. It's so great getting to know people. I don't know if there's something that's the funniest, but I just feel like the world around Hallmark, and like we were speaking about the people who act in them, but also the people who are fans of them. It's just like, that's what's funnest. That's the whole thing about this job. That's the funnest. It's just like getting to know you guys and the people who love these movies. It's like, it's why we have jobs at all. It's because people want to watch them. And so the funnest part is just getting to know all of you. Yeah. It's awesome.
My favorite one anybody has ever said was Chris Russell.
I was going to say that too.
What did he say?
He was out with his son.
Okay.
And this one lady goes, "I think I know you. You're in the romance movies." And this lady right behind her goes, I have no idea who you are.
Oh
and he just pauses, and I'm like, Chris, if I was there, I would have said something so smart like, ma'am, I don't know who you are either.
Ma'am, back away. This is Christopher Russell.
If they saw him with his shirt off, then they'd care a little bit more.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Spartacus himself.
That's right.
As a fan, ever calls you by your character's name and not your own.
Yeah, because Ava and Amy are very similar.
Yep.
Very easy to get confused.
Yes.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm of the era where it was like you could order books from Scholastic in the mail, and they would I ordered like a fan book about Leonardo DiCaprio. Little photos of him.
Mine was probably Lacey Chabert or Candace Cameron Bure, probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mine was probably
Hallmark ladies as well.
They are. I was
Absolutely.
Chad Michael Murray. I always
Murray. He's a handsome lad.
Uh-huh.
And our final question. For the fun questions, then our ending. Who's some of the Hallmark stars you'd like to make a movie with that you haven't yet?
I've worked with Chris McNally. We did Snow Kiss together, but I want to work with him again because he's so awesome. So I want to work with him as co-leads. That would be really, really fun. Who else? I just want to meet Jonathan Bennett. He seems so funny.
Gosh, he's hilarious. I met him at Christmas Con before, and he is like the life of the party.
Yeah, I can tell. I just want to meet him and work with him because he just seems like so much fun.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, Tyler Hines.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good one. And also I've worked with Brendan Penny, but I really want to work with him again as a co-lead because I also just loved his energy so much. So yeah, those are my picks right now.
And finally, our final question, Kirsten.
What are 3 things that keep your heart full?
Oh, that's a sweet question. Oh man. I'm always trying to like remind myself what is really important, and like this business is a little bit crazy, and it can you can lose yourself in the unimportant details. I think things that keep my heart full are just like keeping my feet on the ground, enjoying the sunshine, the leaves, the clean air. I just feel so grateful for like the most simple things in this life, that we're healthy and that we're able to like do things like this and spend time together. I don't mean to be like peace on earth, but honestly, the world is a little bit of a scary place right now. And the things that keep my heart full are amazing conversations with people like you, and just like being here, being able to do this work. I just feel so endlessly grateful. I really do.
And that's it for this interview. Amy, thank you so much for coming on. We had a joy talking to you. Would you ever want to come back on?
Absolutely. Anytime.
And the final thing, where can we find all of us on social media?
I am amy.graining on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure that's my handle for like Facebook and X as well, although I'm very sporadic on those platforms. But yeah, you can find me on there.
And you can find me on my personal page on Instagram, which is Kiers_Hendershot. And you can also find me on our joint Hallmark page, Heartful of Hallmark, on Instagram.
And you can find me on Instagram at noah.kaser and the Hallmark podcast page as well. And also on my YouTube channel. I have a lot of stuff coming up. We have a lot of stuff coming up here. We're working out some more interviews. But Amy, thank you so much. And as always, keep your heart full of Hallmark. Bye.